I've been sleeping on the job and not making any videos, and then I realized we're almost done with our quarantine. Well, in recent days, it's been a little harder to get the kids motivated to do schoolwork. We've had to rely on the screen more to keep the youngest one occupied so that we can get work done. There have been many precious moments of just cuddling in bed and reading together on our iPad and Kindle. Or watching engineering disaster videos and crash vehicle videos on YouTube with Dad. One of the things I bought to entertain the kids was a pack of slime. But what do you really do with slime? Well, if you leave it up to Dad, probably that. The game Kerplunk was given by a friend and was perfect for all ages to play. Even the youngest kind of got the idea that you weren't supposed to let the marbles fall through. And even if he didn't, he had enough fun pretending they were... My husband and I like the game Suspend because it's pretty challenging for adults too. And it teaches the kids something about the fulcrum and moments, and also about being gracious to your sibling when they don't get it. Knowing that we would be in quarantine for 14 days, I was a little bit nervous, so I packed almost an entire suitcase full of new toys for the littlest one and some science kits and building kits for the older two. I also included some card games and family games that we had never played, and I wrapped them up to make them seem a little more exciting. The kids don't even know these exist, so I think I'm gonna pack it away and save it for Christmas. The one game the kids really wanted us to buy was Throw Burrito. We first played this with our dear friends on New Year's Eve, and we had so much fun. It comes across as a card game, but really it's an excuse to throw soft burritos at your opponents.
Turn!
Oh, that was so close! I got Emmy!
The most excitement we had was not due to any game, but was unfortunately due to allergies again. Halfway through lunch, I noticed our littlest one holding onto his lip, and it looked a little swollen. Is that because he has thick lips like his dad? It started to swell to quite an alarming size, so we quickly gave him a dose of Benadryl and called the hotel just to make sure that there really was nothing in the food that would have triggered this. And if he was still in the mood to pose for a picture, it couldn't be that serious, right? But then I asked him how he felt, and he said,
Bad.
Okay.
food allergies are still puzzling to me because lunch was really just pasta and fried chicken and a salad. Unlike this breakfast, which almost made me hyperventilate when I saw the sesame ball. And they did give the kids a sesame-free version, but who knows what goes on in that kitchen, right? There's that nut pastry again, as well as some amazing papayas. They were such a deep orange, I almost mistook them for watermelon. They may not look pretty, but these bananas were amazing. The taste of tropical fruit here is on a completely different level. Heineke's, this made me think of you. Does anybody know what this fruit is? I've ordered this flavor many times at a boba store, but this was actually my first time having a fresh passion fruit. Speaking of fruit, before we left, we plucked over 40 oranges from the tree in our backyard and more than a dozen lemons. I didn't want to leave them there to rot and attract raccoons. But in the excitement after we arrived, I forgot to take them out of the suitcase, and when I opened it up a week later, so many of them had rotten anyway. That was a disappointment, but there were also many things that turned out better than we expected. Join us for our last video where we'll look back on our 14 days in quarantine.